So excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to talk all about purpose. Now recently I was asked, what is one of the biggest mistakes that people make in their communication? In my 20 years in the field, I can tell you I've seen it all. I've seen the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. The biggest mistake that people make in communication is to focus too much on what they want to say, not why they're saying it. Sounds obvious, right? But I can't tell you how many times I've had leaders coming to me and they're saying, we need to get this communication out urgently. And when I ask them, okay, hold on, why? What are we trying to achieve with this? They look at me with a blank stare, like, well, because I've got something to say. And well, that may be the case, but we also need to think about why we're communicating and to whom. Communication is a two-way exchange. There's always a speaker and a listener, even in a virtual presentation where you can't see your audience. And if the listener is not paying attention, then you're speaking to a wall. Understanding why you're communicating will help you better shape your content so that your audience sticks with you. Plus, it's a great trick when you're staring at that blank page of a presentation and don't know where to start. The first place to start is with your objective. Why? Now, you've probably heard about purpose and why. It's been a big buzzword in the world of business ever since that TED Talk in 2010 by Simon Sinek and his subsequent book. It's no accident that he started his career in comms. In communication, we've been asking ourselves why as the number one question since the beginning of time. So when leaders ask me how to get past a comms block, I always suggest they ask why before the what. Let's break this down into concrete terms. Can you think of an upcoming presentation you have? Maybe it's a webinar to share information about a new product or service you have, or it could be a one-on-one meeting with a prospective client. Maybe it's an important email that's going to have wide distribution and important repercussions for your career. It can be big or small, don't overthink it. We present a lot more than we think we do, and we communicate all the time. If you're feeling stuck on what you want to say, take a step back a moment and think about why you're communicating. And I'll give you a hint. Because I have to is not an answer, and that is one I have heard before. There are many reasons why we might communicate. Could be to persuade, that's often the case in sales. It could be to educate, to inform about something new that's coming down the line. It could be to entertain or maybe to inspire your audience. For example, in this video, I'm hoping to share with you some information that maybe is new or as a reminder of something you knew before but forgot and want to put into practice so that you'll come away with some new insight and a new tool and tip that will help you improve your communication. So if I were to sum that up, I'd say the goal here is to educate, the main goal. You might be wondering if you can have more than one objective for your communication activity. The answer is yes-ish, but I would recommend more that you stick with one primary goal. And the reason for this is that your communication goal is going to translate into a whole bunch of things down the line. It's going to shape your messaging, it's going to define the distribution channels you use, and all sorts of things. So the crisper and more clear you are about why you're communicating, the easier the rest will come. Now, here's a little watch out for you. The business objective you have is not the same as your communication objective, even though the two should be very closely linked. I'll give you an example to illustrate. So imagine you're a consultant selling services. Could be services in the business world. It might be wellness services. Either way, you have an opportunity to talk to a potential customer base. Now, your ultimate business goal is to sell your services. That's very clear. You want to either increase your revenues or increase the signups to a particular course you have or your one-on-one coaching. However, for a communication activity, a webinar you've been invited to present, that's not your number one communication goal. That's your end business goal. Your communication goal, on the other hand, is really to educate or to inform. It depends on the context of who your audience is, and you'll define that. It's really to answer the needs of your audience in that moment that will help you ultimately reach your business goal. So in a webinar, usually people are signing up because they're looking for interesting information, new ideas, tips, tricks, and potentially links to somebody and a person who has that expertise. If you come in with your business goal and a hard sell, you might lose these people right off the bat. Instead of using a more appropriate goal, which is to educate or inform, and craft your content all around that, and then lead them to your website and email list for more information, which is where you can then follow up and sell. Knowing the difference between your business objective and your communication objective, and making sure you ask why before what, is going to ensure that you shape your content in a way that's much more relevant so that your audience tunes in and stays with you. So the number one golden rule of communication in any context is to ask why before what. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you have a communication question on another topic, let us know in the comments and we'll be sure to address that in a future video. In the meantime, you can check out balanceblender.com for more insider communication tips, and we look forward to seeing you there.